Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the JTV Game of the Week. I'm Harry Ferron.
And I'm Kira Holder.
And we're coming to you live from the Jackson Liberty High School tennis courts. Pretty overcast day today, a little bit of a breeze, but a pretty nice day for tennis. Today we've got the Manchester Hawks versus the Liberty Lions. Playing first singles for Jackson Liberty, Veronica Gerges. And the first singles player for Manchester, we've got Dea Bulag. And here we go. First game underway. That one's going to drop into the box for a first serve. She'll get 2. Goes deep. Second serve. That one's going to go wide, and that's love 15.
Good head start for Liberty so far.
Love 15 means that, well, she lost the point.
No.
Love 15 means that the first point actually went to the Manchester girl. First serve's a little wide. And second serve. Drops in. That one gets sliced wide, and it's 15 all. This will give us a chance to take a look at the serve of Veronica Gerges here. We'll give it in the Super JTV slow-mo. 15 all. We'll get back to you with that in just a minute. After this point, it's 15 all. That serve catches the tape. And just like that, it's 15-30. Maybe we've prepared now to take a look at that serve. 15-30, Manchester with 30. And we'll get to that serve in just a minute. Gerges serving at 15-30. Nice first serve in. That ball hit deep into the corner, and it's 15-40. Let's take a look at that breakdown on that serve. We'll get back to that in a minute. Having some technical problems on the bus. And it's 15-40. Second serve. And that's a double fault. That'll end the first game. First game goes to Bulag. Up 1-0. Players will switch ends here, Kira. As players do switch every odd game. The reason they're doing that is in case there's a differential between the sun and the wind, players need to experience both sides of that condition here. See,
pretty fair way to play.
JTV drone shot there with Mr. Noble. Thank you, Mr. Noble, for that fine shot. Jackson Liberty, of course, after 12 years, had the courts redone. In our 13th year, actually, had the courts redone. I want to say this summer, but I think it was last summer. Did a nice job. Courts look really nice. Also used by the gym classes here, so these courts get quite a bit of use here. And probably the average lifespan for a tennis court's about 10 years, so I'd say Liberty definitely got their money's worth out of that first surfacing they had, especially when you consider the fact that I think the tennis courts were like the second thing they built here, so they kind of sat while they were building the school, to be quite honest. But both teams, B-South Conference rivals here. Coach McKinnon for Manchester, Coach Eisel for Liberty. Looks like things are ready to get back underway. unlike in professional tennis, coaching is allowed between changeovers, so they are allowed to speak with their coach. And Bulag set to serve here.
And that one went outside the fence, actually.
Oh, a nice return of serve. Oh, beautiful shot. Bulag plays the short slice ball to go up 15-love. What a nice shot that was. Pretty nice return from Gerges too, but Bulag got down nice and low for that, and it's 15-love. Again, when we give out the score, we always give out the service score first. Nice first serve, good return. Oh, dropper. 30-love Manchester here. Bulag out in front early here.
Out.
First serve's a little wide. That one goes deep, and just like that, it's 40-love. Okay, let's see, we're up 40-love here. Ooh, just wide. Nice big serve down the tee, but a hair wide. Quite sure what happened there. I blinked for a second. And it's 15-40. This will be a good chance for us to take a look at the at Veronica's serve here. Give you a quick breakdown on her service motion. That's the Liberty player. Okay, that's okay. We'll go with the Manchester player first. You see the toss up nice and high. Does a pretty good job of reaching up and a pretty good job of snapping through on the wrist. Might recommend a little slightly higher ball toss on her part, but she is up 2-love. Good first serve there. Blocked back by Bulag, and that earns her the point, and it's love 15. Again, service score comes first in tennis. Always give the service score first. That's how you know where you're at.
Love 15.
Players responsible to call their own lines as well. Second serve.
Second.
Drops in. Ooh, and that one's going to go the distance right there. That one got a little bit under that there. What you'll find that if you leave that racket face open a little too much, ball's going to sail on you, and it's 2-love Manchester right now. 2-love. One of the other things you'll note on tennis courts, that coaches tend to be Labrador retrievers as well. Ball goes over the fence, they go get him.
Yeah, it looks like our coach is going to the parking lot to get that last ball.
Yeah, that last one traveled quite the distance. And this will give us a chance to take a look at the Liberty serve, since they're looking to recover some tennis balls there. Manchester up 2-love. Take a look at that Liberty serve. Here we go. Pretty good motion. Yeah, you can track that one back again. Wind that back for me. Again, a low toss and a higher toss is going to help the situation, as well as holding a little bit lower on the handle there. You want to be able to have that hand loose so you can snap your wrist through. The shot adds both pace and power. But we're back in action here, and it's love 30. First serve a little wide, off the tape. If it's on their side of the court, they're responsible for their own tennis ball if they want to move it out of their way. It's their own problem. It's going to go a little deep. Again, in tennis, if you do get 2 opportunities to hit a serve, if you don't capitalize on either one of them, that is called a double fault.
Love 40.
Veronica now serving at love 40. Game point. That one goes deep.
Second.
Oh, just a little bit short. That's going to end the 3rd game here as Manchester off to a 3-0 lead here early on in today's matchup. We can take a look at the replay there. Make sure our replay guys are earning his money today. Pretty good service motion. Serves on the tee, and you can see she hits a nice short ball, tries to pull Veronica in, who starts backing up right as she strikes the ball. I think that's kind of the problem there as far as why the ball caught the tape. You want to finish that motion. Tennis matches in high school are played, if there are 3 singles matches and 2 doubles matches being played right now, all at the same time. The team that wins the best 3 out of the 5 will win today's match. So every match counts out here. Do need to win 3 out of 5 to get the job done. And again, you can see the drone shot there of the courts. Can drift on down the court 2 for a second. We could show you some of the other courts that are being played as we wait for play to resume here on court 1. Court 1 here at Liberty. Back in the old days when I was the coach, that was actually court 3. Since I played, that's court 2 now, which is still the same. I simply flip-flopped 1 and 3. I liked my first singles and my first doubles team to be right next to each other. A lot of our matches really came down to their points, so it was good to have them in the same basic neighborhood. Let's see here. Yeah. Play being played all over the place as we're set to resume here on court 1. Bulag set to serve, up 3-0. Catches the tape, kind of pulling down on her service motion there. Really needs to reach up a little bit more. Pretty good spin there. Nice backhand. Players are responsible for calling their own lines. There aren't any judges out there. .15 love. Well hit ball that goes, oh boy. Noble to the back of the bus. A little windy out here today. Nice backhand. Oh, that ball's going to land short. It's 15 all. Bulag showing she can hit the ball pretty well from both sides. Players try never to walk up to the service line with less than 2 balls. They don't want to interrupt that service motion. So, and to be honest, on a windy day like today, the balls are blowing all over all of the courts. .15 all. Ooh, good first serve and a nice return.
Ooh, just hits the net. And we're at 15:30.
Bulag set to serve. Another nice first serve and a good return. A backhand driven deep into that corner. Oh, that ball's going to take off in the wind. Yeah. Windy day like today, and it's 15:40. This is going to give Gerges her first game point here. Those high balls are going to be tough to execute today in the wind. 15:40. First serve driven deep. You'll notice how Bulag takes some speed off that second serve and spins it in. That's going to travel just deep. And it's 30-40. Still a game point for Gerges here. Try and get on the board. Big first serve here for Bulag. Up 3 love, really doesn't want to give any breathing room here for Gerges. Pretty nice first serve, but an equally good return. And that one's going to get driven down into the net, and we're at our first deuce game of the day. Folks at home, when we get to deuce, players need to win the next 2 points in order to win the game. So we are at deuce. First serve into the net. She's going to pick that up, get it out of her way. Second serve's good. Oof, nasty slice ball. And that's going to give Bulag a game point here. What we like to call advantage in. Advantage in means advantage to the server. Advantage out means advantage to the returner. This is add in. Huge serve there.
Just hits the net.
Let's take a look at the replay of that serve. That was a really well-placed, hard serve to that Gerges forehand here. Take a look here. Nice motion. Pretty hard, flat serve. Gerges, pretty solid return, but he catches the tape. And Bulag now up 4 love with Gerges serving love 15. Love 15. Oh, that ball's going to take off in the wind. As much as you can't hit a high bouncing ball, that's love 30 today. A high ball, a ball that floats in the air today is really going to just kind of get pulled out with the wind. But a ball that lands deep in the court with a lot of spin on it is really going to kick up because of the breeziness of what the conditions are on the court. And it's love 30. Manchester up 4 love. Ooh, big first serve, just catches the tape. One catches the line. And again, that ball just kind of driven into the net here. Love 30. Or is that love 40? We'll find out in a second. Yep, love 40. Game point for Bulag. That one's going to sail a little deep. A lot of spin on that first serve. Throwing a little change up in there. I like the idea. Good second serve. And that one just gets into her forehand a little bit. And that's going to wrap up the 5th game as the players are going to switch ends again. Chance for us to drift on down. Can replay that game point. Yep, you can see depth causing issues for Gerges so far today. You know, when you can consistently get that ball as a player deep into your opponent's backcourt, it does create problems for you as far as recovery time and the amount of time you have to set up. And especially on that side with the wind in your face, those balls are coming up a bit into your body. And it's 5-love here. Manchester out in the lead. It's 5-love. Manchester, coached by a long-time Manchester coach, Sweeney McKinnon, who actually took over the Manchester coaching duties, the girls team, after I left in 2006. Sweeney, a lot of experience on the court. Actually played tennis with him for a lot of years competitively. Good tennis player. Excellent pressure player. Mr. McKenna could play the big points there, Kira. Yes. And players just get done speaking to their coaches, and we're back underway here. You do need to win 6 games to win a set. It's the best 2 out of 3 sets.
Out.
First serve lands a bit deep. Second serve. Nice cross court. Oh. Surgical with that chip forehand of hers. Bulag with a winner down the line. Let's take a look at that. Did a nice job of redirecting this ball right down the line here. So we take a look. She does a nice job of pulling Gerges off the court, and then this ball is just chipped down the line nicely for a winner. Winners are, of course, shots that player can't get to. Bulag up, 15-love, second serve. And there's a ball rolling on from the other court. Now this is where the rules get interesting here, where a lot of times these kids don't know their own rules there. Ball rolls on from another court. It was within the rules for Bulag to call what's known as a let, and she would have gotten the first serve, but gets the point anyway, and it's 30-love. You can pick up a let and a first serve when a ball rolls on from another court, but not from your own. So if a ball drops out of your pocket, rolls on the court, you can't call a let on that. 30-love. Bulag in the lead.
Out.
That one's a little deep. Pretty good spot, though. Serving Gerges out wide a lot today. That one's going to land a little short. And it's 40-love. Gerges' best shot so far today, without a doubt, has been her return to serve. Very good on return to serve. Her percentages have been probably hovering somewhere around 90% on first serve and second serve returns. So certainly the return to serve is not the problem here. Bulag up, 40-love. Big first serve out wide. A little bit deep. Second serve.
With all this wind, these balls are just flying up.
Yes, they are, Kier. No doubt. Another good return lands deep in the court. As you can see, those balls that land deep on that side of the court, thanks to the wind, it's doing some damage. And it's 15-40. Or rather 40-15. My apologies. 40-15. Bulag serving. Hammer, what a winner down the line. Beautiful shot. Let's take a look at the replay on that. That was as pretty as that serve was. The return to serve was even better. You'll see how this first serve comes in and is spanked down the line for a winner. Boom. Lands with plenty of margin error. And it's 40-30 and a second serve here. Second serve, that's a double, and it's deuce. We got our second deuce game here. You like the deuce games there, Kira?
They're looking good.
I'm a fan of them. I like them. A little added pressure on both players. Oh, nice job coming in. That's trouble. She runs around that backhand, and that's going to drop in for a point there. That ball drops in just overhead and lands in, and it's advantage out. Gerges with a game point coming up here. Huge first serve. Oh, another big return for a winner. And that big forehand's going to get Gerges her first game here. And you know, I was talking about this a minute ago, Kira. Not to toot my own horn here, but toot. I'm talking about the consistency of the Gerges return, and really means the difference right there, as she's on the board there at 5-1. Nice return to serve there. Down love 40 that game, I might add. Comes back from love 40 down. Good for momentum here. She serves. First serve into the net. Not going to leave that ball hanging in the middle of the court. She'll pick that up and tuck that back into her pocket.
Second.
Oop, that just caught the line there. 15 love. Tennis is a game of momentum here. Gerges on a little bit of a run here. 15 love. Trying to serve down the tee. I like the idea of hitting serves like a pitcher, and that is moving the ball around, changing up the speeds a bit. That drops just in. Well, that ball's hit down the line. That one's going to sail deep. Pretty good point, though. 15 all. Used to tell my players that once you got up past that service line, you should just continue forward, take your chances, be aggressive at the net, force your opponents to hit a winner or a passing shot.
15 all.
15 all. Veronica Gerges set to serve. Just misses. Catching the edge of the tape there.
Second.
A lot of spin on that one, but that's going to sail wide, and it's 30-15. You can see the speed of the Gerges steps here picking up a little bit as she realizes she's got a little momentum shift and trying to keep that at 30-15. Serve goes a little deep.
Second.
And that one's going to catch the tape. And it's 40-15. There is no one out there to hit the ball for you. When you're a tennis player and you start to find yourself missing shots, sometimes you really have to self-correct. Big serve out wide, a little wild there. Second serve up 40-15, and she's going to hold Gerges up to clear that ball out. She doesn't want to step on that. Stepping on a tennis ball will end your day real quick.
Oh yeah, those are.
Little ankle killers right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that ball's probably, oh, that's going to be just out. And it's 40-30. Gerges still with a game point here.
40-30.
Gerges serving at 1-5 here in the first set. Very important first serve here. Ooh, just wide. Good spot, nice pace, but just a hair wide. Oh, the chip shot's gonna cause some troubles there, and it's deuce. Gerges having a little problem there with the with the slice ball. I don't know, some high school players really haven't seen that as we take a look at the replay. Chip shot that it's got a lot of bite on it. Pretty good serve. She drops that short chip ball. Second serve.
Second.
Or a deuce. Well, that ball just crept over the net just like that one. And it's advantage in for Gerges.
You can see the wind is even starting to shake our tent here. It's really picking up.
I'm getting a little scared in here, Kira. Good thing I'm wearing this hat. That'll protect my head.
Oh!
Just realized that it was Mr. Noble shaking the tent. Very effective. I bought that hook, line, and sinker.
Second.
Me too.
Second serve. Oh, that's going to go deep, and that's going to cost her back to deuce again. Mr. Noble doing a fine job of keeping control of that drone up there today, getting us those beautiful overhead shots. Windy day there. That drone's working overtime today. Back at deuce here. Don't get confused by them meeting at the net. Mr. Noble looking especially dapper today. Wearing what I believe are Cabaricis and some nice Italian shoes.
Per Noble style.
Man does have some style. If you're into skinny jeans. Second serve. Oh, that's going to be out. That's going to be advantage out to Manchester here. Bulag with a chance to dig her way out of this game here and tuck this first set under her belt. Having a little bit of a letdown here in the last game and a half. Let's see if she could pull this out here. Gerges trying to refocus. Serve is a little bit deep.
Second.
Oh, second serve. That's a double fault, and that's going to end the game and end the first set. But Gerges showing some promise there in the last couple games. So if she can refocus here, I wouldn't be surprised if she could put up a little bit of a battle here in set two. Would you agree, Kara?
I do.
Good chance for us to cruise over to court two maybe for a second while they change ends. First set's over. They're probably going to talk to their coaches. You can see court one there. You can drift over to court two for a second after Mr. Noble puts down his Perrier or Tab, whichever one he's drinking today. There it is, court two. It's always interesting to see how you can really see a point work itself out on this overhead shot. You can see here on court two, pretty nice point being played here. Cross court, that's going to be tough stuff right there. Oh, she picks it up, lands in. Oh, here, this is the point of the match right here on court two. These guys are running each other ragged here. Just moving the ball all over the court. That's going to do it right there, as that ball's going to land deep, and we're sliding back over to court one. Thanks for that action there, Mr. Noble. Bulag's going to take that first set 6-1. Here we are underway in set two.
Ooh,
Nice short backswing. You know, I'm becoming a very big fan of the Gerges return. She's very aggressive on those returns, and amazingly enough, as aggressive as she is with those returns, her percentages have been crazy. I'm going to keep track this set of her returns, just for you folks at home. Second serve. Ooh, a lot of chop on that, but that ball's going to take off in this wind. I'm going to have to get back to you on the score in a second because I missed that first point. I'm going to have to go with 15 all here. Second serve. Catches the line. Oh,
That's the net.
I need to finish the stroke on that. It's 15-30, or rather 30-15. My apologies. Manchester up here.
Looks like the wind is starting to kick back up again.
Gotta keep an eye on Mr. Noble. And there's a return to serve miss. And it's 40-15. Oh, that ball's gonna the pace just kind of died off on that shot. And it's 40-30, Bulag. Nice first serve down the tee, and that's gonna be game. As Manchester goes up. Up, nice, stand corrected. It's back to deuce. My apologies. Fake out here. Not to mention, we wouldn't beat a 7 either. It's a new set over there. Oh, swing and a miss. Advantage in to Bulag. Want to try and set those feet there if you're Gerges before you strike the ball. Get to your spot, plant your feet, and then take a swing at it. Advantage in to the server in our first game here in the second set. Bulag taking the first set 6-1. That's a little bit deep. And that's game. Bulag up 1-0 in the second set. Boy, the points on court 2 tend to be 10 or 15 shots long. Players take a minute to grab some water. Can head over to court 2 for a hot second here. Oh, there we go. And we come in just in time here. There we go. Oh, big backhand down the line, and that is going to end the point.
Looks like it's rolling over into
And it's
court
actually
1.
rolling on the court 1. Yeah, you're right. Which pretty much gets us back where we need to be. Gerges, Veronica Gerges set to serve here at down 1 love.
She hits the net on that one.
Gerges up 15 love here. Second game of set 2. Ooh, big serve, but just a little bit deep. You want to snap that wrist just a hair more. And that's a little deep. A little double fault takes us to 15 all. Big thank you out to our crew today, doing a fine job out there covering some girls varsity tennis here. JTV does try to get out to pick up at least one of every sport that we can possibly get to. It's real nice that we are able to be out here covering a girls tennis match.
Especially our two cameramen right there who are just on the side of the court.
Big first serve there, up 30-15. Got Jesse and Sean on camera today out on the court, as well as our main shots up on the fence there, doing its own thing. Mr. Noble
30-15.
set that one up on a pretty big ladder. Thank you, Mr. Noble. Oof, beautiful serve. Wait. A little bit deep.
Second.
The wind is shaking
Second
our
serve.
top one more time.
Pretty nice cross-court shot, and that's a winner down the line. Gerges taking care of business there with a pretty nice forehand. Veronica Gerges on a little bit of a run here. Up 40-15. 1 point away from putting a one on the board. A little bit deep. Second serve.
Second.
Oh, that's a tough shot. Oh, but she runs it down, and that's a winner. We'll take a look at the replay on that. That's a winner down the line. Forehand chip shot that runs off the court here. And it's 1-1 here. We can see this point. Second serve in, this short ball leaning forward. She hits a clean winner down the line. Nicely done by Gerges, and we're at 1-1 here in the second set. Good time for a production staff member to bring me a pastrami sandwich, but not sure that's going to happen today. Bulag set to serve. A lot of spin on that. That's going to be an ace. She took some pace off that, and it just spun. And it's 15-love. That's what I like to call a free point there. When you don't have to do anything to get a point, that's a freebie. A big fan. I was always a big fan of freebies. And that's two freebies. It's two short serves that basically uncontested points for Bulag. She's going to try very quickly to get through this game and stay ahead. 1-1, up 30-love. Almost happened again there. Ran totally around that. And it's going to go deep in this wind. Oh. Look deep from here, and it's going to be 40-love, I believe. There's a good example of a ball rolling under your feet from another court. We'll call it 40-love. Pretty good first serve, and that ball's going to take off too. And that's game. Bulag up 2-1 here as players are going to change ends. Coach Eisel working real hard to rebuild the tennis program here. Trying to grow those numbers. Difficult task there for girls teams since the advent of girls volleyball has redirected quite a few athletes that otherwise would have played tennis or soccer. So all three of those girls' sports now fight. Actually, cross country also feeling the bite, as we spoke to the girls' cross country team earlier in the week, and they have just enough people to field the team, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So I think everyone really feeling the crunch there, for sure. Of course, Liberty's volleyball team also happens to be very successful. Competing against that as well, I suppose. Coach McKinnon with some words of wisdom to Bulag about staying focused, I'm sure. Not his first rodeo here, as Gerges is set to serve. They're on serve here, which means the games are exactly where they're supposed to be. Players are supposed to hold their own serves, try and break their opponent's serve at least once, and that'll win them the set. So kind of important to keep track of those service games that you're winning. You want to win your own serve games. Pretty good first serve. That's going to catch the tape, and it's 15-love. That one just catches the tape. And it's also going to roll back. And Veronica probably doing the right thing, moving that ball is going to end up eventually by her feet. Former player of mine, Sarah Lapp. That's right. Her nickname is Lappy. That just catches the line. Lappy rolled her ankle on a court on a ball. That was probably about 15 years ago. I wonder what Sarah's doing these days. If you're watching there, Sarah Lapp, I just want to say hi. 15. Let's see what the score is here. $15-all. Gerges does a nice job of calling that score out nice and loud so we can hear it. Pretty nice cross-court shot. Oh, returned nicely. She runs around that backhand. And it's 30-15. Funny how in tennis everything can be working so well during warm-ups, and then all of a sudden things just stop to work. It happens. 30-15, Gerges up here. Oh, big serve out wide, just catches the tape. Gerges been having a problem all day with her second serve a bit, and she tried to run around that backhand, hit a forehand, and jammed herself, and it's 30-all. You get that ball moving into your forehand hip, it's hard to get out of the way. $30-all. Good serve. Pretty nice return. Oh, looking for a short ball, but that's going to land deep in the court. It's going to float. And that's going to give Bulag a game point here. Gerges serving 30-40. $30-40, big point coming up here. Oh, big serve, big return, and that's going to end the game there. Bulag's going to take the lead now at 3-1. Nice serve there from Gerges too, but Bulag all over it. Manchester inches out in front here, 3-1. Games have been tight here since about 5 games into the first set, so. That one sails just out. Love. Bulag up. And Gerges with a rare miss on the return to serve there. 30 love. And that's 40 love. Backhand lands a little short. Oh, goes for the big angle and just misses. And it's 40-15. Bulag going for the crazy angle. I call it the crazy angle. Not an easy shot. First serve's a little wide.
Going up for the second serve.
That's probably going to sail deep, and it does, and it's 40-30. Gerges trying to inch her way back in this game here, Kara. .40-30, big point coming up here for Gerges. Trying to get her nose back into this match. Good first serve. Oh, big backhand. Pretty well played. That's going to be tough right there. That's going to have a really high bounce on it, and it just misses. And Bulag goes up 4 games to 1, and they're going to switch sides. Cross country, have any big meets coming up there, Kara?
We do. We have one tomorrow at Ocean County Park, and I believe one next week.
There you go. How's the team doing so far?
So far, we are doing good. We do have a strong team this year, and we're all definitely improving.
Well, you know what? You are running against the clock as well as other people, so it's always interesting to. I always found it interesting for cross country to look at the papers and follow other teams and what their times are, to see really where you needed to be in order to compete with them. So gave you a definite gauge for numbers that you were trying to meet.
Yeah, it's always good at the beginning of the season. A lot of the girls will set specific time goals for themselves that they want to reach by the end of the season.
Definitely a good idea to do that. And good luck to you and the girls cross country team tomorrow.
Thank you.
Coach Caruso and Shank leading the way for the girls team. Mr. Engel, of course, coaching the boys team, along with Mr. Wendelak. All right, we're in a fresh game here. Bulag pulling away here at 4-1 the second set. Let's see if Gerges can slam the brakes on here.
Second.
That one hits the net.
Into the net there. If we could take a look at the replay there, I'll show you what we're looking at here as far as why. Give me a super slow-mo on the forehand at the end, and we can talk about where the shot goes awry here. Right here, nice and slow. See the open stance has a tendency to rotate that ball over into the net. You want to try and square yourself up to the net a little bit more. She'll find a little more success if she's able to do that.
And as they start back up, the wind picks up once more.
It picked up right as she served it. Ball went deep, and it's love 30. Coach hands off of water here. Love 30.
Love 30.
Catches the tape. Second serve.
Second.
Oh, big, strong forehand. Good timing on that one to pull the trigger. Gargas trying to stay close here in this game. Well, he can't afford to drop another game. 15-30.
15-30. Second.
Oh, double fault. Not helping herself there. 15-40. Gargas in some serious trouble here in this game. Already dropped the first set 6-1, down 4-1.
Love 40.
15-40. Big spinning serve, a little bit deep.
Second.
And that one's going to catch the tape, and that's going to be game here. And Bulag now just one game away from icing the match here, up 5-1 in the second set. This is usually a time where servers tend to slack off a little bit here, so Gargas needs to stay focused here and try and make her earn it. She's down 5-1 here. Get that return back. Ooh, oh, crazy angle there. Almost drops in, but a little bit short, and it's 15 love. Second serve. Good return. That flat return is going to earn her a point there. And it's 15 all. Oh, she got under that one a bit. That one's going to sail, and it's 30-15. Open up that racket face. The ball has no place to go but up, up, up. Anybody that's played tennis has had experience with that particular problem here and there. Tough shot. She's going to dig that one out. In a little bit of trouble running back. Oh, and just catches the tape. And we're at match point here. Up 40-15 here as Bulag going to try and ice the win here. Nice serve. That ball's going to catch the line. It goes into the net, and it is 40-30. Gargas hanging in there. Just like that poster with the cat holding on to the chin-up bar, if you follow me there, Kira.
Hang in there.
Hang in there, that's right. Oh, short serve just gets in there. A lot of wind on that ball. Oh, and she knifes her way into a deuce point here. Gerga's showing some grit here as we get to deuce on a couple of crazy close points.
Just as this comes up, the wind is picking up massively now.
Yeah, gusting here. And a good return there. And just like that, from being 40-15 down, she's at advantage out. Huge point coming up here for Veronica. Pretty good first serve, decent return, and that's game, folks. From 40-15 down, Gerga storms back, and it's 5-2. Players will switch ends, and pretty big turn of events there late in that game. Bulag had a pretty good lead there, and in tennis, things can change on a dime here. Coach McKinnon's going to chat it up a bit with Bulag. Probably telling her she's got a lead. Tennis players need to have memories like Dory from Finding Nemo. If you follow me, Kira.
What?
Tennis players need to have memories like Dory from Finding Nemo. Oh, wait, I just saw what you did there. Oh, very good. Short memories. Maybe not that short, Kira, but short, yes. Want to definitely have a short memory here. Should start calling Mr. Noble Dory. And here we are underway, 5-2, 2-5. Serving at 2-5. Gerges trying to serve to stay in the second set. First serve into the net. And you're right, Kira, the wind has definitely picked up. Starting to gust a bit more now. They have been calling for this all day, so it's just a matter of time. And that ball is going to shank, and that one landed in, believe it or not. You know what I say when I hit a ball that I shank and it goes in?
What?
I say, shank you very much. That's what I say. Love 15.
Always with the puns.
Big thank you out to our director, I should say. Went Staten Island on you there for a second. My apologies. Olivia McGarry. Oh, pretty nice shot. Cross court. Oh, not going to run it down.
Oh, runs into court 2 over there.
Love 30 here. As Bulag puts a couple of good points together there. Been pretty entertaining match for us here. And at love 30. Gerges looking to get on the board here in this game. Be facing a game point if she doesn't hold here. Match point if she doesn't win this point. Well, the wind's going to take that wide, and it is love 40. What we like to call game, set, match point. Love 40. Some tough duty here for Gerges. It's been flirting with disaster pretty much all day in these games. A beautiful serve, ace down the middle. And it's 40-15. If she could hit a couple more of those, be back even. Oh, another big serve. 30-40. Question I have for you here, folks, is she going to serve her way out of this? Let's take a look at that last serve. Pretty big serve. Going to have to do it quick, though. As we take a look at that serve quickly. Bam, right down there into the forehand there.
She hits it hard and
a nice
far.
forehand, and it's 30-40. Another big oh, that one was deep.
Almost.
Floats it in. That's going to be a tough shot, and that's going to go wide. Bulag's going to hang on there, win that game. Finishes up the match today at 6-1, 6-2. Gerges showing some good signs of life there. Kept the match close in towards the end there. But Manchester is going to come away with the W there. We can try a little something here as we end the match on court 1. We're going to try sliding our drone over to court 2 for a minute. See if we can adjust that shot, perhaps. Give you a little bonus coverage here on the court 2. Let's see if our camera folks can cover these angles here. There he goes. He's moving now. Alrighty then. There you have it. And we'll set up there. Maybe we could come down a bit. And we can see the point. We'll provide you with, actually we provided you with just enough for the end of that match right there as they shake hands and wrap up on court 2. We'll drift over to court 3 there for a minute. All right, so listen, so we're gonna wrap things up here. Gonna say goodbye to Coach McKinnon there as he stopped in to say hi. And for all the good folks here at JTV, I'm Harry Ferrone.
And I'm Kira Holder.
And we'll see you actually this Friday. This Friday, we'll be covering the
Big
Cat football game, Memorial Liberty football game. We will. And also throw a quick shout out, mark your calendars. JTV's Home for the Holidays event take place at school on December 13th. So I'm Harry Ferrone.
And I'm Kira Holder.
And we'll see you next time on the JTV Game of the Week. So long.